stream? Yeah, I can. Alright, turn the volume down on the phone, dummy. Alright, what's up? Am I in camera? And you sons of bitches see me? A little bit of a delay, excuse me. And that puts you right in the glare. Oh man, hold on. Okay. Sun's going down over that way. And it's shining right from the back porch right up into the camera's lens. I apologize for that. So we had a good afternoon. Spent yesterday evening shining the bike up and giving it the good once over, mechanically and cleanliness wise. Hit it with a bunch of chrome polish and some wax. Got that nice pearl paint job pop. And just checked over the basics, make sure she was good to go. Went out for a little ride. Mrs Phoenix Motorsports asked me what I wanted to do for my birthday, and I said that's just it. Between dealing with the insurance stuff and everything else that goes on in life, I didn't have a chance to actually polish my new motorcycle, and she'd been sitting in a garage for a year. It was pretty covered in dust. So, cheers to y'all with some Diet Pepsi. So finished that all up. We went and got some dinner. I took the bike and took it back. I don't know how many of y'all ride motorcycles. If you're watching this channel, I'm assuming that's what you're into. When you switch out bikes and you get on something different, it is a whole new feel, and it takes you a little bit of time to get used to it. So I figured I'd come on here and I'd talk about it and the actual ride from this Ultra Classic and how it feels. Maybe, maybe you're interested in that. Maybe that's what brought you to my channel. So let's talk about it. As you know, my other bike is a Evolution era Dyna FXD, which is the Super Glide model. That's pretty much about the same frame. Some differences, but it's kind of the same frame size as the Ultra Classic. The Ultra Classic has all the touring gear. It has a slightly different angle on the forks we call the rake angle. It has a beefier, heavier duty front end, heavier duty shocks. And all around, it's just a heavy duty American motorcycle. That's kind of what most police forces use. Only they'll use the Road King version or the standard Electric Glide version. What can I tell you about the Twin Cam 88 versus the Evolution? The Evo that's in my Super Glide isn't stock. It runs like an absolute raped animal. It screams. The Super Glide's probably 300 pounds lighter. So as far as low speeds and stuff, that big old Electric Glide, it's a little... I had to get my sea legs back on a big bike. The wheelbase is just a little shorter than the Yamaha Adventure I was riding. So it took a minute to get parking lot speeds down. Where it absolutely shines is going down the highway. The bike doesn't really come into its own until it hits 50, 55 miles an hour. Then all of a sudden I'm like, I get it. I get why people love these things. 55, I took it up to 70 at one point today, but just briefly. I mainly follow the speed limits, and the stretch of highway we were on was 55 the whole way. I didn't do a lot of highway, but there is a highway stretch from here to my dad's, unless you want to take the back roads. We took the back roads out because I'm still learning the bike. I should have taken the highway out. When you ride a large Harley-Davidson like that, you kind of just let your body get loose and let the bike go where it's going to go, and I don't know how else to explain it. It has a lot more sensitivity to input in the back roads than, say, a 1500cc Goldwing. To maneuver that Goldwing with any brisk pace through the back roads, you're muscling that bike around. And the Venture sort of felt like that as well. Whereas, man, this full on bagger electric glide, honestly, in the back roads, feels like my Super Glide, just a whole lot top heavier. It kind of wants to be a little floppy. You've got that big touring pack, which coincidentally we're going to change that up. Um, I don't know how many of y'all know your Harley-Davidson models, but the Harley-Davidson Street Glide is basically the Ultra Classic without a tour pack. Well, when I bought the bike, the tour pack was off because it's on a quick disconnect. What's this? Hey, what's up, Dagwood Sandwich? Um, yeah, anyways, you don't have that tour pack. That sucker's heavy. We're looking at like 60 pounds. Like, seriously, it's a bugger to put on and off. And don't really use the trunk that often. So if I'm going to take a long trip, I'll put it on. But we do want a backrest. So what I went ahead and did, I ordered a chrome backrest. Small. It's about a foot by 8 inch. And it's just going to be a pedestal, kind of like what you'd see on a Harley-Davidson Street Glide. When you throw a leg over the bike, you don't have those big speakers in your way in the armchair rests and all that. And Mrs. Phoenix Motorsports is used to just having a backrest only, not the whole touring gig. We rode for years that way, and then I got into the Gold Wing thing a lot heavier, and then I got into the Venture thing. So we're going to go back to that, and that'll shed 50 pounds of weight on the bike right there. And it's not up top heavy 50 pounds. It's make it a little more fun in the back roads and a whole lot easier in parking lots as well. Other than that, I'm really enjoying it. The Evolution engine, honestly, I don't want to say it's more torquey because numbers-wise, I couldn't tell you what my bike runs because it's not stock. But kind of feels like the TC88 that is in my electric glide. It feels like it wants to rev a little more. It's not happy till about 3,000, 2,700 to 3,000 RPM, and it seems like that's where it wants to cruise. That's where it's the happiest. That's where, and the weirdest damn thing, I've only ridden 2 other TC88 bikes. One was an absolutely bone stock Dyna, and one was an Ultra Classic that had the 95 cubic inch big bore kit and some spicy cams. That bike I just rode around town a little, so it can't really feel the power. I'm thinking this thing's a dog. Well, that's the deal. The power don't come in until over 3,000 RPMs. Well, it revs out to like 5,500. You don't realize it. So, whereas on my Dyna, anything over 1,500, 2,000 RPMs, pick a gear, give it gas, and it goes. Whereas this, you want to be just a little higher. It's a 1/4 inch less stroke in the engine and a 1/4 inch larger bore. And I studied in on that a little bit, a little more specifics, because I always thought I'd never fool with a TC engine, but ended up buying one. That would be the deal. That shorter stroke, larger bore, that's why it likes that little bit higher RPM. And it's not that much of a difference. We're talking 500 RPM difference. So I'm going by my old Harley and what it likes. And this one's just a little different. It damn near feels metric when you're cruising down the road. Anything over 2,500 RPMs, you don't feel any vibration from the engine, which is weird because I'm used to an Evo and they're not as bad as a shovel head or a pan head, but they vibrate. You feel them. You feel it in the pegs, you feel it in your hands, you feel it in your butt. Whereas this bike just kind of smooth as glass. And the air ride suspension, yeah, that's better than a Gold Wing air ride. Gotta say it. It's a cushier ride than a Gold Wing. Say what you want, the Gold Wing was a little bit roomier. The passenger backrest is a little bit further forward. I was talking to my neighbor that has a 2003 model, and he actually has an adapter plate to move the backrest back. I went ahead and just ordered a Street Glide style backrest for it. It's only $60. We'll try it out, see if we like it. What we got here? I look like I collect tramp stamps. You're a turd, dude. But yeah, definitely enjoyed it, man. I waited way too long to buy one that went back and forth, and I thought maybe I want an Evo. Maybe I'll just wait. We're still buying a house. We got the down payment set. I dipped into it a little bit for this bike, but coincidentally, the way things worked out with the lady who ran the red light, it bought my Harley for me and put some money in my pocket too. But I had some money saved, so I just went out and bought it cash before the insurance kicked in. It's good to have rainy day savings for that reason. But yeah, we're definitely enjoying it, man. My dad, as y'all know, yesterday was my birthday, so my dad had got couple of him and my uncle had gotten some gift cards for me and the missus to go out for dinner. Kind of put both our even though they're 5 months apart, put both our birthdays together. And my dad bought me a new boot knife. He's a man. Most of the knives I got, save for the $1 knife, most of the knives I got from my dad. Like he collects them too, and so does my uncle. This thing's pretty cool. Imagine it probably came from Bud K, I think. Nice little dagger. It's balanced pretty good. Weight's pretty good. It is ridiculously sharp. Like I shaved some hair off my arm with it. Honshu, Japanese steel. Does it say if it's stainless? I'd have to read deeper, but yeah, it's a cool little piece. And the sheath actually is very nice, thick leather. I'm digging it. Would I carry it? Yeah, I actually probably would. In place, a buck hunting knife is a good carry knife, and well, it's a hunting knife. This knife, well, this knife only has one purpose, doesn't it? It's, yeah, in case you're attacked. But I dig it. Doesn't have a belt loop. Closure's a little tight, and it needs to break in. Takes a little bit to get her snapped shut. Fight with you. There we go. Doesn't have a belt loop because it's a boot knife. It's meant to be on the outside of your boot like that with your pant leg covering it, and you get it in case of an emergency. So just got a clip on her like that. But yeah, all in all, it's been a good birthday, man. Yeah, we had a motorcycle wreck last week, but I walked away with just some bumps and bruises and a new Harley and some money, so that kind of sucked, but you know what I'm saying? I can't really complain. I came out of it okay. That being said, watch for motorcycles and don't be an asshole. Got leftover spicy Doritos from Cinco de Mayo. My mama's boyfriend, Jimbo, has a pit bull pup. It's a year-old. Well, the dog was born May the 5th. And he's a dog person to the extreme. So he actually has a birthday party for his dog May the 5th. And, all right, Cinco de Mayo, so tacos and shit and fajitas. He cooked a bunch of food. And, you know, this is my mom's idea of Mexico. Pretty good. They ain't hot enough for Jimbo. They're too hot for my mom, so I took them home and I'm chewing on them now. So what we got here? Well, I got a Dagwood sandwich watching me. He's the only one watching. Ain't that a bugger? Right on. How's things going on down near neck of the woods, dude? You guys had them nasty ass storms rip through there. I hope you and your family were okay and your house was alright and all that. We got it up here, but nowhere near. We didn't get tornadoes and stuff like y'all did. It did. It knocked out, as you know. I don't really dig cable TV. Most of the stuff I watch is either on YouTube or other internet outlets. But I do have a TV antenna for like the local news and stuff, and reruns of like Criminal Minds and shit. Well, it took out my TV antenna, which a couple zip ties and duct tape fixed that. It knocked over my pizza oven, which didn't do any damage, just the wind literally blew it over. But there are parts of this area that were out of power for like 4 or 5 days, and that kind of sucked. But yeah, it was a hell of a thing, man. We were actually up at Walmart in North Versailles when it hit, and it sounded like a freight train coming down to the roof of that place. I knew it was coming, but I didn't think it would be that bad, but certain parts of Pittsburgh got slammed. So, man, cheers to you, my buddy. Like I said, I pray for you, and I hope that hope nothing bad happened to your property or your family. Pray that y'all have safety during that storm. I know it's a few weeks late, but it is what it is, bro. I'm gonna sign off. Take my boots off. Put on some sweatpants. Put my feet up. And Saturday nights, I've been watching this YouTube channel. They drop their videos Friday nights, but they don't drop until midnight, and I'm in bed early. But it's called Creature Feature, and it's like shitty B-rated movies from like the 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's whatever. It's not the greatest, but it's I love the B-rated horror movies, man. They're cool as shit. So that's usually my Saturday night thing. I'll either watch Derek from Vice Grip Garage, or I'll watch that. But I'm gonna get to it. I had a cool new pair of boots. Here, I'll peel one of them off and show you. I picked these up a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I really don't talk about footwear and shoes and shit. We're a motorcycle channel, but they're your classic dingo boots, but they've got these chrome pieces on them. It makes them look cool as shit. It was on sale. I had to get them. I like sparkly stuff like that, I guess. I got 2 people watching. No sooner I'll take my shoes off, talk about it, I'm gonna go throw on some sweatpants and cut this. I got 2 people watching. Ain't this a bitch? Y'all are watching, but you ain't chatting. You're just watching. Unless you're that one weirdo creeper. We talked about him in another video. Total fucking weirdo. Stalked me around the internet for 10 years. I don't know why people do that shit. I got a life, man. I go on YouTube and I make these videos trying to educate people on motorcycles. That's what I do. I don't go on here to argue with folks, or I don't care what anyone else's opinions and problems are. I do what I do. I make motorcycle content, and I love every second of it. And I'm blessed that my life gives me the free time and the extra finances to do the things that I do. So, if y'all are watching this at a later date, how do you like this new camera? This has been in play for 3 weeks, maybe a month now. Most of my videos are shot in 4K now on this new GoPro. I'm really digging it. The external mic, the plug-in mic, I'm not digging that. Really not. The media mod case that's on this, yeah, that pretty much does everything an external mic's gonna do. Sitting about 4 feet away from the camera right now. You can probably hear me good. I know you can, because, you know, this is live, but I edit my own footage and shit, so I know, you know, how it comes out, and it usually comes out pretty good. So I'm digging it. If you're liking the new camera, man, hit me up. Yeah. Next video, I'm not sure when it's going to come out. Going to get a little more of a feel for the new Harley, and I'm still feeling it out now. It's a new machine. If you get into a different car, you know, it reacts different. It takes you a little bit to get used to it. Well, imagine a motorcycle. It takes a few rides, at least 150, 200 miles. 300 miles or so before you really get a groove for what it does. And as far as making moto vlogs or filming, let me get a feel for the bike and then we'll film. Plus, it's Mother's Day tomorrow, and Sunday is usually when I make and edit videos. I'm going to spend it with my mom. I spent today with my dad, so. Jake Outdoors. Good deal, Jake. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear out of y'all. I'm trying a little harder with the production. I got some better editing software. We got some better camera equipment. Where to go? The GoPro 10, GoPro Hero 10 that you're watching me on now, and we've got this little guy here, just a regular GoPro. It's just a GoPro Hero, which pretty much, like, dude, you can do everything with this that can do. The devil is you can't pop the battery out of this like you can with that. But different things, like the man who owned my Harley before me, he was into cameras. I think he did Instagram, but he's got GoPro mounts on the bike in several different spots, so it's kind of cool. I don't have to deal with that. There's a couple of them, like I can do if y'all watch my older Goldwing videos where I had the split screen with the camera facing me and that, we can do that with this. Right now it's got a handlebar mount on it, so we can clamp it right to the handlebars and have that on my head, face, whatever. And I've got a couple other GoPros and then a real cheap shitty camera, which, you know, road views and stuff, several different views. Before the summer's over, I'm probably going to pick up an Insta360. It was a hard choice between the Hero 10 and the Insta360. Honestly, it would have been cheaper to go with the Insta360. But things like this, going live and stuff, things like tutorials, mechanical videos, the Insta kind of would have been useless for. It makes some really cool riding videos, but that's kind of all it's going to do. Whereas this, I can set up on my tripod and zoom right into wherever, say I have a carburetor apart on my workbench, and I can set this up and aim it right at the carburetor and show you how to rebuild it. So this does double duty, riding videos and the technical know-how tutorials, whereas the Insta. But I want an Insta360. I just need to get around to buying one. But I'm cheap. Cheap for a reason. I like having money in the bank just in case you need it, you know what I'm saying? Alright, man. I think we're going to sign off here. And I'll catch you guys soon. Don't know what this week is looking like, if we're going to have time to make any riding videos or anything. I don't have any technical videos to show you. I'm not working on any motorcycles at the moment. I got to tune the carburetor in on my Super Glide. I already did a video on how to do that, but it was shot with a shitty camera. Maybe we will do a better video of this camera and show it in 4K and get better angles where you can see what I'm doing a little better. Maybe, if I feel like it. Because honestly, it's more of a hassle and a job to set cameras up, shoot footage. Sometimes it's just easier for me to grab my tools, do what I gotta do, and be done with it. It's a production to do this, but I figure if I can help somebody learn, then that's what I'm gonna do. So let me figure out how the hell to sign off in here to get back into the GoPro app. That's the coolest thing about these modern GoPros. You do everything from your phone, and that makes it a lot easier. But all right, I'm gonna sign off. I will